Hey everybody, welcome. If you're hanging out with us on Twitter or on YouTube, say hello in the chat or the tweet box, the fleets, whatever they call them nowadays. Today we're just hanging out, talking about the Bitcoin bull market this year and like why it kind of crept up on us. If it crept up on us, it crept up on me. And why maybe it's not getting the same kind of hype that it did in 2017, even though we're kind of getting really close to those historic highs.
You're right, Dave. I mean, people aren't Googling it that much yet, but they're going to be Googling it soon. I'm actually diving into a video shortly into it, but I actually really wanted to get your guys' opinion. Joaquin, you're in Latin America. Dave, you're in the US, and I'm in Canada. I wanted to hear your thoughts. Why you think it might be going up? Number go up.
Are you saying that you're just trying to help us write your video for you?
Exactly.
Huzzah.
So Joaquin, because you're in Latin America, I'd love to hear why you think number go up.
Well, I mean, there's been during the last weeks, we've seen a lot of people, a lot of new money coming into Bitcoin, and I think if you look to the same type of the same time, but in the comparing with the previous highs, all-time highs at the moment, we are seeing the same trend. So it's for me that I've been here since 2013. So it looks very, very similar to what happened those years. But now the money is different. We've seen those big investors looking for buying crypto. We have MicroStrategy case. We have Paul Tudor Jones talking about it. And now in 2 days, I mean on Monday or Tuesday.
There was a Mexican billionaire. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is he a big deal there?
Huh?
Is he a big deal there?
He's the third richest man in Mexico. We are talking about Ricardo Salinas. He said that he has the 10% of its liquid assets in Bitcoin.
Wow.
But it's pretty interesting.
Wait, 10?
Because
10.
Yeah.
Does he have any Bitcoins for us? If we send him our address and we send him $100 with the Bitcoin, does he send us more back? Or is that
you should tell him. Yeah. Just send 3 times back.
Yeah, but you know what? And this guy is it's the third richest person in Mexico, and it is 110th person in the world.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah.
So,
by the way, we got a question already. So,
what's our question?
Falcon Goo, welcome. He said, "What's your thought on crypto miners?" So I'm going to spin it towards the bull market. But what are your thoughts on crypto miners and the bull market?
So okay. So miners, what we're seeing in China recently in the news is there's been a lot of crackdowns around converting crypto to the renminbi, and so that really it makes mining more expensive because they can't pay for electricity, or it makes it very difficult. And if you can't pay for electricity, you have to shut down. So a lot of miners are actually shifting to North America and other parts of the world where, the cold weather, but generally where you won't have operations that can get shut down. And I think
it's a liquidity issue for them.
Well, it's just you have to be able to pay. You have to pay your bills. A miner's just like you, Dave.
Who said I pay my bills?
Yeah, no, but the other thing we're seeing too is just like the last time the bull market came around, is equipment is really hard to get. You have to be in the know. You have to know your buddy who's manufacturing the equipment, because the lead times on new orders are months in advance. So if you want to get into mining right now, you're a little bit late.
So
and you can't just buy the old equipment. Like, it is so much more efficient. And more more hashing power per unit than it used to be.
So is this affecting the price at all, you think? Or is it a result of the price changes, increases, bullings?
It tends to be a result. I mean, it's just like, the gold. when you're going gold mining, there's a gold rush. Everybody wants to buy picks and shovels, right?
I think that's an apt metaphor. So, like, okay, guys, it really.
I have one comment. Dave.
Yeah.
Go for it.
One comment about the miners. What I would recommend to Poking You is to take a look to the declarations from the public companies that are doing mining. So what I would suggest is that you start it on bitcointreasuries.org. I don't know if we can put that on the chat, but if you go to bitcointreasuries.org, most of the companies or many of the companies in there are Bitcoin mining companies that are listed, public listed. So they publish quarter reporters. So there, I actually did that in my research. So I actually learned a lot about what is going on, what happened during the first part of the year. So you will see the agreements of many companies to buy more rigs, new equipment. So this is for I would say all of them. This is a long run, process.
So, Max, do you have any Canadian perspectives on the bull market?
I think it's so nice that you in the U.S. ask about us Canadians. We always kind of get left behind. I think it's generally tends to be pretty similar. Like if a lot of people aren't Googling it here, where you are, they won't be here. I do know the Canadian exchanges. I like to check the volumes, and I have been seeing volumes of trading creeping up. So I think, if you're in the exchange business, it's a good place to be. And they're just getting record signups. ShakePay recently noted that that's what we're getting. I think the part that sucks is, the regulatory environment hasn't been fully sorted out yet. So, and until the reg environment is very clear, it's going to take, it's going to cost money for any crypto business to comply, because there's a lot of questions going back and forth.
So, by the way, thank you for saying oot. That really made my day. So you said there was something. I had a question, but then my joke interrupted me. Who knows? It was insightful. There's something I was not sure.
But on the miner front too, Canada's one of the best places to mine. We've got a lot of hydropower, got a lot of renewables, and we've got that cold climate. And we're so stable. Who's going to come and invade Canada? Come on. And our regulatory environment is pretty stable. It's not like, someone wants to steal an election.
I
was waiting for that. I was like, this is a comment about us. David, what do you think about it in America? Well, thank you.
In Latin America, we have many
America, tell us. Are you okay?
We're used to that. This is just comments.
I was listening to radio the other day, and it's bad when they're like, they're comparing this to a Latin American dictatorship. Well, what's the difference? I was like, well, the phrase, not the actions or behaviors, but we don't want to get political here. We're anarchists anyways. So I would say here I would actually say
is the size of the printing machine.
Oh yeah,
that's the difference actually.
We can print so much money here, and we're mad for not printing more.
You are mad. People are mad. They want their 1,200 check.
Come on,
Bitcoin, because there's that site, right? What is your $1,200 worth today? And it is looking good.
It's looking good. Yeah, I could get rid of my apartment, live in my car under a bridge, put that $1,200 into Bitcoin.
That's what
maybe by next year I could be a millionaire. I don't know.
You don't know.
I won't find out unless I get that money. But every day it's
everyday life for LATAM.
Yeah, thanks, Borboni. Yeah, thanks for taking the heat off us, but we just have better. Maybe we just have better news coverage of it, so we make sure it's really ridiculous. I think Chavez and Trump would have been good friends. But you gotta respect the crisis though that we're under, because for me, I'm thinking here, well, maybe people like, what do you guys think? I'm thinking maybe like I can't even get past, the riots, the burnings, whatever, the coups going on.
Well, actually,
do you think maybe that's part of why the coverage on Google, at least, like people,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Really good insight. But I actually want to thank you. I mean, you guys are contributing to this macro economy through your QE printing, through kind of the unrest that we're seeing in the US. It's directly feeding into this macroeconomic landscape that's like, I should really consider Bitcoin because maybe I want to protect against inflation.
You're welcome.
It's a safe haven from negative yields. Like that's 60-40 portfolio.
I just have one specific data here. Yesterday,
Okay.
I gave a talk about why companies are buying Bitcoin. So I did a research a few weeks ago, but I updated the information yesterday. So essentially from December last year to October, to the end of October, the monetary base from the US, in US dollars, increased 43.5%.
Holy.
But that is nothing compared to Europe because increased 46%.
Wow.
Since December to October.
I forgot to set my timers, guys. We're trying to keep it short because we want to hang out with you guys.
So I guess one last insight then, bringing that from Joaquin, tying it in.
Yes.
So, I mean, Bitcoin's going up, but also like our money is going down. So that could be a huge reason why we're seeing what we're seeing. It's like compared to gold, it's not going up maybe as much, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we don't want to give financial advice here, but we can talk about our own panic buying. So that's my final question. Mags, are you panic buying right now?
I haven't panic bought, but I really, really am feeling panicky about not stacking.
And Joaquin, have you been panic buying?
I had one in 2013.
What?
I had one in 2013.
Woo, very nice.
Yeah. I am not panic buying. I'm panic missing out. I had to clear out. I had to liquidate, and I lost money like within minutes. All I have is the Satoshis that are locked on my old phone that you gave me,
which are nothing to write home about. I think it's like 50 cents.
Come on, bull market. So thanks everybody. Thanks you so much for showing up. Thanks to Borboni and fucking you, which might be I hope it's your name, and if it's not, very clever. So we'd love to we're going to be back next week. We're going to hang out with you guys more and more often. We're going to do it shorter, quicker, more fun. And have a safe weekend, everybody. And remember, if you're going to overthrow a government, maybe try and make the currency afterwards Bitcoin.
There you go.
Send me some. All right. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Max.
Bye.